Good morning, everybody. I'm going to go over our morning calendar here and let you know what's on the topic agenda for today. I just want to let you know that there's going to be some hustle and bustle going on around me in my house, so just do your best to be patient with me as we are navigating homeschool in our own home too and trying to do this from home. So first off, we're going to take off topic 8 and topic 9 for our first 2 days of math because we are starting our calendar on 4/1. So just ignore these first 2 lessons. And then we're going to move into topic 10, fluency today. So that looks like this. And on this first page, the students are going to pick a problem to solve up here. So let's say, for example, they picked the D. 5 minus 2 is 3. They can write the number 3 right here. And then they're going to find a matching problem down below. So my suggestion would be to go through and have the kids solve each of these problems first, and then go down and solve these problems as well. And then it's kind of like a clue matchup. So if this equals 3 up here, they want to find the clue down here that equals 3. So 4 minus 1 equals 3. And then they're going to write that letter that matches that clue, D. Okay, and so they're going to do that for the remainder of these problems for this page 1. The instructions are down here on the bottom, and they should be able to do, this is a fluency activity, so they should be able to do this with little effort. If we go to the next page in our fluency practice, this is our vocabulary review, so it's going to use problems to kind of discuss words that we talked about during this unit. So in this first problem, they're looking for a way to make 15. So you're going to have the students draw counters inside of their 10 frames. So this is a 10 frame because it holds 10 units in it, and the students are going to know that this is 10. Every student in our classroom should know that. So if we have 10 here, we want to ask them how many more do we need to make 15. So what we do in our classroom is we add our counters in and we count as we go. So we say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now a lot of students will say, oh, I have 15, and they're going to want to write a 15 here. So you have to really make sure you stop and say, well, no, we already had 10 here. How many more did we draw? And some students will just be able to know that when we fill up a top row, that's 5 counters, and some will need to count each one individually. Either way is fine. So they're going to write the number 5 over here. And then you want to go and have them reread the problem to you. 10 plus 5 equals 15. Okay, a lot of the times when we're doing math problems, we talk about the add-ins, the 2 numbers that add up to get the sum over here. So you can ask them what the 2 parts are or the 2 add-ins. You can ask them what the whole is or the sum. Down here on number 2, it's the same type of problem, except they're breaking this problem apart. So it's just really reversed. If you see up here, we have the part, whole. On this problem, it's whole, part. So we've been practicing those as well. So in this problem, they're making 19. So again, you're going to say, okay, how many do we have? How many more do we need to draw to get to 19? So you'll have them repeat that process. Let's go to the next page. Okay, now on this problem over here, it gives an example problem, and then it has the students practice that problem. So in this problem, there is some pictures of some cubes inside our 10 frame. It's showing us that there are 10 in the cube, which makes this part, and 1 more outside of the cube, which makes this part. If we add them together, we get 11. So the students are going to actually write their addition sentence this time. So this problem would be 10 from this part, 3 outside from this part, 10 and 3, the 2 parts, make our whole, and they again are going to write that number 13 here. When they're doing this right here, make sure that again they're using that language part, whole, or add-ins and sum. Okay, down here it's the same exact type of problem. And again, the instructions are always on the bottom of the page. Okay. So again, we have another example here. Now in this problem, the students are given the counters. They have to draw the counters in, and then they have to be able to represent those counters with numbers down here. So really we're doing the same thing. We're showing a way to make 17 in this problem right here. So they're going to be drawing the counters in. And again, when they're done, make sure they read the problem to you. And then we're going to do the same thing in this problem, except again, it's been reversed. So the whole comes first. And we're breaking it up with 2 pieces here. So this time they're going to say, okay, the whole is 11. What 2 parts am I missing? Okay, and they're always going to want to fill up that 10 frame first, 10, and then how many more do we need to get to make 11? Okay. All right, same thing here. It looks like we're just continuing with this type of problem. This time we're making 14. Down here on the bottom, again, if you read the instructions, it'll tell you how to complete this problem. It says find the number with the blue box, okay, around it and color the number that is 10 greater. So some students will know that just the number right below is 10 more. Some students will actually need to count 10 more on their number line here. So either way they do it is fine, and when they're finished, they're going to write what that problem looks like with their numbers. So we start with the 8, so 8 would go here, and then we're going to add 10 more. Okay, and again, a lot of the times we've been teaching the kids to do the 10 first, but in this problem, it doesn't really matter. And then for the sum, they're going to write what number they stopped at. The only thing that they're not used to seeing is normally there's a stop sign around it, so they haven't seen that. They actually need to color in this box when they stop, counting for their 10 more. Okay, a couple more sets here. This one is looks like we're using counters, so it's showing them 17 counters here, and then we're breaking it up into 2 parts. So same type of thing, just looking at it in a different way. We're actually using 2 different colors of counters here to show those 2 parts. So in this problem down here, make sure you read the instructions because it's telling them what they have to make. So color 10 cubes blue in the train to show 10 ones, then draw 10 blue cubes in the top 10 frame. So again, however many they color here in blue should match here in blue as well. You're going to want to use crayons for this problem. Have them color the remaining cubes in the train red to show more ones. Count them and then draw the number of red cubes in the bottom 10 frames. So this problem, they actually get to make up their own problem. They can pick however many they'd like to draw here. And again, it's a reverse with the whole going first and 2 parts on this side. So really use those example problems to help you. And then I don't want you to worry about this. If this is a part of the packet that I gave you, don't even worry about this. It should not be, but the assessment piece, we're not even going to touch right now. Okay, so that's what math looks like. So then we're going to go back to our calendar. And again, if you have any questions with the math, post it in the comments, send me a message. I'm here all day. Okay, so down for the writing now, I want to talk about our informative writing. So I'm going to make another video for that so you guys don't have to have really long videos posted on Dojo. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and make a video for writing.